Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing your weekly horoscope forecast for the signs, all the zodiac signs for the week of September 23rd through the 29th, 2019. So let's go ahead and get started with the first horoscope. That's for the sign of Aries. So Aries, this week for you, it's all about your playful side emerging. A lot of your joy is coming to the forefront. A lot of you are feeling very magical, and it has to do with the autumn equinox starting, or depending where you're at, it could be the spring equinox. But we are entering a very powerful time, and as we go on to the 28th, we're actually going into the new moon. So this week on Saturday, the new moon will be starting, and again, this is going to be a good time to utilize that power of the new moon to start things that you have been feeling kind of stuck on. This is also going to be a week, interestingly enough, for a lot of you Aries, where you're going to find some healing. This is possibly you've been dealing with some sadness, or something that has shown up in your life that, Spirit is trying to send you a message. Your angels are trying to send you a message that you need healing from. And so you will find healing. Some of you will also be kind of looking into your shadow work, into the shadow side. And it kind of sounds scary when we first hear it, but really and truly all that means is shadow work is that we are looking into our dark side, which holds, hidden things that, maybe your deepest fears coming to the surface and coming to the realization that it needs healing, or that you need to change some aspect of your life so that you can, no longer be in that cycle, stuck over and over, repeating the same lessons and things over and over. So that's what this week's horoscope for Aries is. And I want to wish all my Aries a wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much for being here and for your support. And don't forget, if you want to book a private reading, they're all they're all on sale until the end of the month. And so check that out. And also don't forget to pick up a copy of my Starseed Footstep Oracle cards. Taurus, this week for you, Taurus, it's all about kind of wanting to be more grounded. A lot of you are feeling very stressed perhaps this week. Some of you are just wanting to step it out of your actual day-to-day functions and step more into your creative or imagination, and kind of look at that aspect of your life right now. There's a lot of, like I said, creativity brewing. A lot of you are finding that if you go outside, and we are entering the autumn equinox tomorrow. If you go outside and utilize the energy of the autumn equinox to its fullest extent, you can really receive some powerful downloads of information, possibly receive even clarity about, things that you are worried about or that you want insight on from a spiritual advisor. You can actually get that yourself. This is a time that, where Spirit is kind of telling you that it's time for you to start applying the things that you already know that you need to do, but you've just been procrastinating in some way. You need to trust your intuition. It's also going to be a time for you to really start, I want to say kind of, being more, not really necessarily authentic, but more transparent to who you really are. I think a lot of people may not know who, the Taurus is, wherever you're at in your life. Y'all may be, holding a certain talent, to yourself, or keeping that to yourself, or holding back from, exploring a talent that you have that perhaps could lead to greater heights and things in your life. So Spirit is saying basically to be very, upfront and vocal about it. And most of all, don't be afraid to shine, because this is your time to do that. You are loved and you are protected. So this is a horoscope for the sign of Taurus. I want to thank all of my Taurians out there. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to book a private reading, all of my readings are on sale until the end of September. On September 30th, it ends. And don't forget to pick up a copy of my new Oracle deck, which is called Starseed Footsteps, also available on my website. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week to all my Taurians. Gemini, this week for you, Gemini, it's all about being connected to the universe, having oneness with yourself and with someone else. Someone that that you care about is actually thinking about you. I would say, you know, someone that you love is thinking about you at this time. This is a period where a lot of memories and feelings this week could be on a very high level, you know, where you're just thinking about someone that used to be in your life, or maybe you used to be friends, and they're no longer in your life, or they're no longer present in the way that you would want them to. And so this can cause you some sadness, but you're being guided here, and you are going to get a renewed sense of direction, and a lot of things are manifesting in your life. All the hard work that you have put in, all the people that you have helped, is all culminating to one big event. And it's kind of like not necessarily going to happen this week, but you will start receiving this week some news. And maybe this may not be for every Gemini out there, but for the most part, a lot of, you know, things are going to be working out. It's like everything you touch turns to gold. So a lot of, you know, a support from your spiritual guidance team. And basically, you know, the spirit is saying, and the universe is saying, is that we hear your calls. You know, we hear you, and we know about it, but it's all about divine timing. And that's where that it can get pretty tricky for a lot of us Geminis, because I think a lot of us will want things already to be manifested, or we want to rush things, and you cannot rush things, especially when it comes to divine timing. So you just kind of have to balance it out and keep the faith. It's very hard to keep the faith, but if you can do that, then, you know, you will not feel so nervous or worried about, you know, an outcome. So that's the message for Gemini for this week. I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you did like this horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to check out my website. I have all my readings on sale until the end of the month. And if you'd like to pick up a new a copy of my new deck that will be autographed, you can also buy it from my website. It's called Starseed Footstep Oracle Card. So once again, blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week ahead for all of my Geminis. Cancer, this week for you, Cancer, Spirit is telling you, you know, a lot of your plans, your dreams are coming to fruition. This can be a little scary for a lot of you, because even though sometimes you have dreams, or you dream big, or you go after things that are more challenging to you, and it's all about the adrenaline rush for a lot of you Cancerians out there. The thing is that maybe now that it's coming to fruition, it kind of makes you nervous, because think about it. It's like you have planted the seed. You have been working with the laws of attraction. You've been, you know, seeing yourself already there, regardless of what is it that you want or where you want to be. And then you all of a sudden get this coming into fruition. It's starting to manifest, and it's already here, and it's arrived. We tend to kind of maybe get nervous or have some anxiety. And so Spirit is saying to let go of any logical thinking this week. Basically, trust your intuition, go with the flow, do not resist it, because the more that you resist any opportunities or blessings that are upon your life, they are being sent for a divine reason. There is a rhyme and a reason and a purpose for you and what is manifesting. Spirit is also telling you, you know, there may be some part of you that's reluctant to give up, or give up, or to no longer have something in your life that no longer serves you at a certain level. And so there is an imminent finality or ending that is going to occur in the next couple of weeks. And so Spirit is preparing you this week to kind of plan that out methodically, you know, to think about things very carefully, because a lot of you don't really like to have an ending in your life or change, but it is necessary. And that's the main message and key here for this week for my Cancerians. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to go to my website, and if you want to book a private reading, all of my readings are on sale until September 30th. And also pick up a copy of my new Starseed Footstep Oracle cards if you have not picked up that deck. So I'm wishing you all an amazing week. Blessings and love and light. Thank you. All right, my next horoscope reading is for the sign of Leo. This week for you, Leo, Spirit is reminding you to clear out the negative in your life, to clear out the old thoughts, these negative thoughts, whether it's not, loving yourself enough, or negative thoughts that you think that you're responsible for, a person's actions or feelings towards you. Perhaps maybe something with an ex, and now that person is no longer treating you the same way that when you were together, and you're blaming yourself. A lot of you are blaming yourself about things that were outside of your control and outside of your nature. And so Spirit is telling you to just get rid of those thoughts. That's causing a lot of stagnation. It no longer serves you at any rate. Some of you are also looking now how to value yourself, especially if you're a Leo. I have my cusp in Leo, so it's very interesting. What Spirit is saying this week is for you to, take more pride into caring for yourself. You have issues with self-love. It's like a lot of Leos want to love. They are the sign of the heart, of loyalty, and you want to love everybody else, whether it's your children, an ex, or a partner, and you tend to put yourself last. You put yourself on the back burner, and that needs to change. You need to hold yourself at the same equality and the same pedestal that you hold everyone else, so that there can be a greater balance in your life. This is also a time that it feels like a lot of you are waiting. A lot of you Leos are waiting for something to happen. And it's kind of confusing to you because you don't know when it's going to happen. And a lot of this is like you seeking a finality or seeking some closure, perhaps, or just wanting to understand a situation better as to what triggers that person or what are they thinking. I think a lot of you Leos are very intuitive, and you want to know exactly like what are the thoughts going on in the brain of someone else that you find intriguing or that you cannot forget about. And so Spirit is saying you basically to be patient. Things are going to happen in divine timing. You cannot rush things. And I think this is the theme, a lot of the theme for this week for a lot of the horoscopes, where you have to be patient. But with the energy of the, Mabon, or the autumn equinox, and then the energy of the new moon, this is going to be serving to be and proving to be a very powerful week for a lot of you Leos out there. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to book a private psychic reading, all of my readings are on sale until the entire month of September, till the end of September. And then if you want to pick up a copy of my new deck, it's called Starseed Footstep Oracle Cards. They are available on my website, and it will be autographed. So I want to wish you blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week, all of my Leos. All right, for my signs of Virgo, all of my Virgos out there this week, a lot of you are needing to let go of an outcome that you want to happen in your favor, or in how you want it to happen. A lot of you are about control this week, and this is not a negative thing. A lot of us, in all the signs, at one certain time, we want control over a situation. We want it to go our way. There's nothing wrong with that. But what Spirit is saying is that you need to kind of let go of that and let things happen as they may. Because when you do, you'll notice that you start attracting blessings and getting the things that you want easier. It's more like a facilitated process for you. Also, Spirit is saying that, you may seem like this week, like there is something that is not right. Like somebody has done you wrong and you want justice. A lot of you are seeking justice from it. And what Spirit is saying is that what basically seems as an injustice is actually a blessing in disguise. So let's say this could mean like, you lose your job, or you get into an argument with someone, and then you no longer want to listen to like anyone, or that does the same topic, or, people that are this, in your circle of life, in your family. Perhaps they tell you something and you just, are very hurt by it. But what Spirit is saying is that through this, maybe it's going to open your eyes in some way, and it's going to elevate your soul consciousness and your spiritual journey here in the physical world. And so basically it's time, you're going to reap a lot of those rewards. Things are going to start moving at the pace that you want, but some of you just maybe can't see it right now. And so that kind of makes you a little upset. But don't take that out on anyone that you care about, Virgo, this week, because again, Spirit is being very clear that some of these things are outside of your control, and basically you need to just go with the flow. So I want to thank all of my Virgos for listening to this week's horoscope. If you did like this video or the horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. And also, if you want to book a private psychic reading, all of my readings are on sale until the end of the month. And also don't forget to pick up a copy of my new oracle cards called Starseed Footstep Oracle Cards. I want to wish everyone an amazing week. Blessings and love and light. All right, for my Libras out there this week in particular, a lot of you, this is a week of kind of taking pleasure in the things that you do and being reminded to do the things that give you the most happiness, that create this euphoria or excitement for you. Because right now what Spirit is saying is that the job that you're in may not be the one that is aligned with your career path or with your spiritual soul level, and so you need to gravitate towards something that doesn't feel like a job, that makes you feel happy, whether this is photography, it's spiritual work, etc. And a lot of you have been contemplating this for a long time. You've been feeling a little stressed out in your current job, maybe having to deal with ugly personalities or just negativity on some level. But Spirit is guiding you, and your angels are guiding you, and they're showing you that your purpose will, you are going to feel more balanced and have like a direction, that you need to go into. And it's going to become clear, especially with this autumn equinox that is happening on the 23rd, and then ushering in the new moon on Saturday, the 28th. This is a very powerful week, all week long, to kind of receive a lot of those messages. If you're intuitive, you'll feel like an inclination or a push from Spirit guiding you to, where you need to be, what you need to do. This is also, Spirit is saying to remember to indulge yourself. A lot of you are maybe beating yourself up, or you're, just focus on work, like workaholics, especially if you're a Libra. So like when you get out of work, you're doing things at home, you're doing things for your family, you're doing things for your friends, you're busy on social media. Maybe you are also responsible for an extracurricular place or activity, maybe like build a fundraiser, etc. Basically, you're going nonstop, and Spirit is reminding you this week to de-stress, to take some time off, to dedicate some time, even if it's an hour a day or 2 hours a day or a few hours in the evening to yourself, to watch shows that you want, to eat things that make you feel, more comfort and that are healthy for you, that raise your vibration. So you just pamper yourself, and this all boils down to self-love for a lot of my Libras out there that would be listening. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. This is your horoscope for this week. And if you did like this video and this horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you want to set up a private reading, all of my readings are on sale until the end of the month, which is September 30th. So blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing day or night wherever you are in the world. Scorpio, this week for you, Scorpio, it's all about, reconnecting to things that make you happy, doing the things that, get you out of this, negative vibration or stagnated vibration that you may be in, which may be a lower vibration as well. Something is changing in you with the autumn equinox. A lot of you are feeling more free, feeling very connected to nature. You may be wanting to do things outside, going to the park in the late evenings, taking a walk during your lunch, but a lot of you are going to be connected very much so with outside and Mother Nature. Spirit is also telling you this week to show more compassion, because some of you may be criticizing yourself or criticizing others without even knowing that you're doing so. And sometimes we do that. We may judge someone because they're dressed a certain way, they look a certain way, and Spirit is saying to be mindful of that, because we are all, brothers and sisters. We're all connected, and no one is perfect, regardless of how we dress. There's a story behind every person that we see, and we don't know every story. Spirit is also saying to honor and give thanks for any blessings that you're about to receive. So it feels like when it comes to your finances, things could be turning around into a more positive area. If you've been suffering from finances, or things are going, just very slowly or poorly in this area, you may be receiving some money. It's very possible that you could be creating that money through work, acquiring a second job, thinking outside the box. But basically, you are in a more positive financial space for a lot of my Scorpios out there that would be listening. So I want to thank you this week for tuning into your horoscope, Scorpio. If you did like this video in the horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to check out my website. All of my readings are on sale until September 30th. And if you would like to go ahead and get a copy of my Oracle deck. It's called Starseed Footstep Oracle Cards. Go ahead and pick them up on my website, and they will be autographed. So I want to wish all of my Scorpios an amazing week ahead. Blessings and love and light. All right, for Sagittarius this week, it's basically Spirit is saying, that you could be feeling like, you're more complacent lately, and that people are walking all over you, or a partner is being more aggressive towards you, or a family member. They're kind of taking you for a weak one. Maybe they think that you're kind of weak because you're very nice. But basically this week, things are going to be changing. They're going to see a new side to you that maybe they are not prepared for, or they're not used to. This may not be for every Sagittarian out there, but there is a sense like a lot of you are wanting to set your foot down. You're going to be standing up for yourself and for what you believe. And when we start standing firmly on our own opinions and thoughts and what we, believe, it kind of can make people feel uncomfortable because they are being introduced into a more powerful version of ourselves that they maybe are not used to seeing. Maybe they're used to always having their way, or used to you always saying yes and agreeing with them. But in reality, you've kind of muted yourself and you have muted your feelings for quite some time. So Spirit is saying that right now to hold your ground, to stay very firm in your decisions, and do not let anyone or anything sway you and shake you up. You also are going to be finding that your intuition is very much on peak this week. You're going to be finding it very strong and connected to source, and this has to do with the energy of Mabon, or which is the autumn equinox, and also the energy of the new moon, which enters on Saturday, the 28th of September. So be sure to usher in this moment. You could do some candle magic this week for a lot of you Sagittarians out there, especially working with like an orange candle, a white candle, to usher in the fall. It's going to be a good time to do that. Spirit is also reminding you to see the qualities you see in others, and simply are your own reflection. So whatever you're seeing that's good in other people, that's the good in you. Whatever you may determine that is kind of negative in other people, maybe this is an area of opportunity for you to heal from it and move forward. Because sometimes our emotions and how we feel about other persons can affect us, or how we feel about ourselves, I should say, can affect the ways that we feel about other people. It could be that you're just feeling kind of jaded in some way. But whatever the situation is, there is a major healing this week for a lot of you Sagittarians. So I want to thank you for tuning in. If you did like this horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to look at my website if you want to book a private reading. They're all on sale until the end of the month. And also don't forget, if you also want to pick up a copy of my newly released Oracle card deck, they are called the Starseed Footstep Oracle cards, and you can pick them up on my website, and they will be autographed. I want to wish all of you Sagittarians a blessed week, and amazing blessings and love and light. Thank you so much. All right, for all of my Capricorns out there, this is a week right now where basically your vision, your third eye, is going to be open. This has to do with the very powerful and intense energy from the autumn equinox, or Mabon as we call it. This is also a time where someone around you may not be revealing part of their story or a part of a situation, and you kind of know this already. Whether you want to call it that they're lying about you, or lying about their a situation, you are picking it up. But Spirit is telling you that you're doubting yourself. You need to trust your feelings over what other people are telling you. Don't fall for all the lies and entrapment. Spirit is also saying your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. So I feel like a part of you out there are maybe a little confused about some situation. Maybe you don't have, like I said, the final outcome. You don't know the final outcome. And this could be, to a job that you've applied for, or it could be anything, that you're waiting for, like paperwork or results. What your Spirit is saying also is that you are being encouraged to take a leading role in your current situation, meaning that if you've been stepping back and waiting for other people to kind of do things for you, or perhaps you you have an idea, but you work as a team, and someone else has another idea and they're putting their 2 cents in and getting credit for it, that you need to kind of stick to your beliefs very strong and firmly. And it doesn't mean that you have to be ugly or negative, but you can express that to them. So this is a good week for all of my Capricorns this week. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to book a private reading, you go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. And all of my readings, like I said, are on sale until September 30th. And then if you want to pick up a copy of my Oracle deck, it's called Starseed Footsteps Oracle Cards. And those are also available on my website and will be autographed. So I want to wish you all an amazing, amazing week. Blessings and love and light to all my Capricorns out there. Aquarius, this week for the Aquarians, this is going to be a week in which the inner artist in you is trying to emerge. There's something in you that you need to express. This could be the way that you design things. If you are selling products, or you are selling merchandise. If not, this could be a part of how you prepare your meal, or you prepare food in a certain way for someone. However you choose to express your appreciation, your gratitude, or how you choose to express yourself, there could be an inner artist in you that's going to change your hair color. You're going to change your hair color. You're going to change your wardrobe. There's something evolving and transforming before your eyes this week in particular, especially with the autumn equinox and the new moon that comes in on the 28th. There is a transformation that's going in. It's like a lot of you now are seeing your inner and outer beauty, and these are feeling more balanced, and you can see your light. And so basically Spirit is saying that you're perfect the way that you are, but if you want to change anything, that it's more than welcome, and that it's going to bring greater people around you. People may find your energy very attractive or magnetic. Also, this is also a week where you're maybe starting a new chapter in your life, that's about to unfold. This could be an opportunity to, go out of town, to travel. Maybe it's a new job that you're going to be asked to participate in, or an interview of some sort, But basically what Spirit is showing me is that you will be starting something new. Something is blossoming, and it's growing, and it's kind of like you're going through your glow up on many levels. And it's very exciting to go through this, because you didn't think that you would be going through this at all, and now you're at that point where things are happening. They're happening for you very quickly. So it's a good week to be you, Aquarius. If you did like this horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to book a private psychic reading, all of my readings are on sale until September 30th. And if you want to go ahead and get a copy of my new deck, it's Starseed Footstep Oracle Cards. It will be autographed, and it is available on my website. These are limited edition. So I want to wish all of you a blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week wherever you are. All right, for my Pisces out there, this is going to be a week in which a lot of you are needing to let go of the desired outcome. So maybe you have something that you want to occur in the way that you want it. Spirit is basically saying for you to release that you cannot, it doesn't serve you any good to lose your peace, or to be fixated on something that is outside of your control, that hasn't happened yet. This is also a week for you to kind of be more playful, more joyful. So with the energy of the autumn equinox and the new moon on the 28th, a lot of you are going to be finding that, there is some excitement. Maybe you get an invite for a barbecue, or an invite for a potluck with someone, or maybe you get a get together with some close friends, or with some new people, And so Spirit is saying, even if you don't feel like going, this is a time frame to kind of push yourself outside of your comfort zone and definitely go, because anything is possible this week. Also, this is going to be a week in which you may need to ask the universe and your angels for help and guidance, because a lot of you seem to be kind of muddled in that area of your intuition this week, even though you will be getting a lot of downloads of information. For some of you Pisces out there, it could be a little difficult to know, or receive those downloads of energy and information. So you may be reaching out to a psychic this week for insight. A lot of you may be consulting your oracle card deck, or your tarot deck in many ways, or your pendulum, to get some kind of of answers that you are seeking, but you will get them. You definitely will. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video and this horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to book a private psychic reading, all of my readings are on sale until September 30th. You can just visit my website. And also, don't forget to pick up a copy of my new oracle cards, which is called Starseed Footstep Oracle Cards. And they are available. They would be autographed as well, and they are available international. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you did like this, like I said, share it, and be sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Blessings of love and light. Have an amazing week wherever you are in the world.